coders, welcome back to the channel of GDG MMMUT. Today we are going to solve the questions of starters 250 contest on Codechef. Let's start with the second question. Subscription cost. In this problem, Chef has subscribed to his favorite channel. The subscription charges are divided into two parts. For the first 3 months, the cost is X rupees per month, and then the subscription cost changes, and for all the remaining months, the cost is Y rupees per month. For each test case, we are given three integers n, x, and y, where n represent total number of months, x is the monthly cost for first 3 months, and y is the monthly cost after that. Our task is to calculate the total amount Chef has to pay. Now let's understand the code. Here we will first read the number of test cases. Then, since there can be multiple test cases, we use the while loop. Then inside the loop, we can take input n, x, and y. Now we check whether Chef is subscribing for 3 months or less. If n is less than equal to 3, if this condition is true, then every month is charged x rupees. Therefore, the total cost is simply n into x. If the subscription duration is more than 3 months, then we will use this formula. That is, the first 3 months always cost 3 into x, and the remaining months are n minus 3. So each of those months cost n minus 3 into y. So we will print the value. Finally, after all the test cases are processed, the program ends. So let's move on to the next question. In this problem, we are given an 8x8 chessboard in which position of the bishop is given. We need to determine the minimum number of moves required for the bishop to reach the destination cell. If the bishop can never reach the destination, we print -1. So what is bishop? Bishop is a chess piece that moves only diagonally in the chess. It cannot move horizontally or vertically. It can only move diagonally as long as all those cells lie. And one more thing is that it cannot change its color. If a bishop is moving in a black piece, then it cannot move in the white one. So if it moves, if there are two coordinates given, like let's understand it with the help of first example. Like coordinates are 1, 2 and 7, 8. Let's understand. If the coordinates are here 1, 2 and 7, 8. We need to move from 1, 2 to 7, 8. You can see that it can move like this in the diagonal manner. And also you can see that it's moving in the black one only. If it will move in any direction, it will move only in the black one if it's standing on the black one. If suppose if bishop is standing here, then it can only move in the white one. So from here you can understand the purpose of black and white one for bishop. So first, here the logic is very simple. The same cell, answer is 0, and suppose 1, 2 and 1, 2 are the two coordinates. So answer is 0. If there are same diagonal, like here you can see, if it had to move from 1, 2 to 7, 8, then the absolute difference between 1 and 7 and 2 and 8 is 6, which is equal, and it can move in single move. So in the case of same diagonal, answer is 1. In the case of different colors, like it can't move from black to white and from white to black, so in that case we will check the parity. If both the sum of x1 plus y1 and x2 plus y2 have different parity, then bishop can never reach. So answer is -1. Otherwise, both the cells are on the same color but different diagonals, so the bishop can always reach in 2 moves. Now let's understand the code. Here also the same logic. First we have calculated mini1 and mini2, the absolute difference of x1 minus x2 and y1 minus y2. If the absolute difference of rows and columns are equal, both cells are of the same diagonal. Like example is 1, 2 and 1, they both are same. So there is no need to move. So the answer is 0. Else, we will see the absolute difference. If there absolute difference of both coordinates x1 minus x2 and y1 minus y2 are equal, then we will print 1. Now, if both cells have different colors, the bishop cannot reach the destination. So we have used this to check the parity of x1 plus y1 and x2 plus y2. Like if both the parity of both is not same, then we will print -1. Otherwise, the bishop can always reach the destination in 2 moves. So we will print 2. Let's move on to the next question, jumping cost. In this problem, we are given an array A of n size. Initially, we are standing at index 1 with balance of 0. We can make any number of jumps, but every jump must be from a smaller index to a larger index. If we jump from index I to j, our balance increases by aj minus j plus I. Our goal is to find the maximum balance that can be achieved after making any number of jumps. Let's understand the first test case. Like here the test case is 5, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1, 1. The maximum balance which we can obtain is 7. Now let's understand the logic. The main observation is that the positive values always increase the balance. Here you can see if you will find for this value, it will decrease the value. So the positive values always increase the balance. So we should keep track of the sum of all the positive elements seen so far. We maintain a variable called prefix. Let's see the code. First, we will take the input of the test cases. Then we will maintain a variable called prefix, which stores the number of all the positive elements up to the current index. Now, suppose we decide to stop at current index. If the current index is positive, it has already been added to the prefix. So the current balance becomes current balance equal to prefix minus I. So it's written here. If the current element is negative, it was not added to prefix. Since we are stopping here, we must include it once. So if let's understand from the starting. If the current element is positive, we add it to the prefix. Now we calculate the balance, and if we stop at the current index, if the current index is negative, see here, if the current element is negative, it wasn't added to the prefix, so we include it separately. As the negative value was decreasing the value of the overall balance, so we have included it separately in the variable current. Now, finally, we update our answer as maximum of balance comma current because we need the maximum balance. Now, after checking every index, we print the maximum balance. So, if you found this video helpful, please like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to channel GDG MMMUT. Thank you.